is Friday, so all the clips you saw from yesterday, that was my sister's. I can't film. Okay, so let me explain what's going on. But basically, there is no power in my house. Apparently it's been out since like 5 in the morning and it's gonna be out until 6 p.m. So we thought we would make the most of this day by dropping all my stuff off at my new house, which does mean that I'm kind of rushed in packing a little bit. But the one thing that I'm not rushed in doing is picking the books I'm taking with me to uni next year. So I thought I'd show you my selection. I'm only taking 10 physical books because I do have a Kindle, so it has other books on that in case I run out. But 10 feels like enough to tide me over until I come back at the end of the year. So I'm going to start with the book that I'm currently reading, which is Albert Camus's The Stranger, or in this translation, The Outsider. This is a book that is originally written in French, if you haven't ever heard of it. So depending on the translation, the title of the book changes. But I'm really enjoying it right now. It is kind of heavy. The general topic is quite heavy. So it's taken me a while to get through, but I am enjoying it so far. The second and third book that I'm taking with me are the second and third book from the Discovery of Witches series. This one I have started reading. Well, I actually started reading it last year, but I don't know, I just sort of couldn't get myself into it. It's quite big. I'm not a big fan of chunky books. And as much as I loved the first one, this one was quite, I think it was just not what I was feeling at that point in time, because I was reading it sort of late February to early March period. And this is, in my mind, quite an autumny book. So I thought I would pick this back up now that it's autumn again. So I have both the second and the third book in the series. The next books are another series, which I feel like I am reading a lot of series in this type of time, but I have a lot of time to read right now, so this is good for me. Is the Before the Coffee Gets Cold series. This one comes highly recommended from almost everyone who's ever read it, except people I know who've read it, who have said it's not really for them. So I feel like this one is one where you have to form your own opinion. So I have all three. I've realised that there is a fourth book, but I don't have that one because when I bought these, it wasn't out yet. Which just shows you how long I've had them and haven't read them. But I'm looking forward to reading them, and I will let you know what I think of them. Another highly recommended book from people that I know is Cleopatra and Frankenstein. Again, I feel like it's one that people have different opinions on, but I'm excited to read it. It looks really fun. And yeah, this is also one that I wanted to read this summer, but I just didn't have time. So we will read it in September and we'll see how it goes. And the last one is another sort of series, I guess. And they're really autumn books, but it is these three, which they are fictional books based off of Indian mythology, which I'm really excited about. But this one is about the Diwali story, or the Ramayana. And this one, obviously Diwali is in, I think this year it's the 1st of November, obviously very autumn based. So I'm excited to read that in the run up to Diwali. And these two are another series, but this is the first book, the second book. And this is based off of the Mahabharata, which is my mum's favourite Indian mythological story, or epic, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm very excited because I do love the Mahabharata, but I've never actually read any books based on it. I've only ever heard the story of it. So I'm excited to give those two a try. And I'll obviously let you know how I get on. But yeah, those are the books that I'm taking with me, at least physical books. And yeah. Ready to go. I'm such an idiot. Basically, we got a new kettle. This is what it looks like. And I was like, where's the bottom part of the kettle? Because, I mean, it's not there. And it turns out it just says on the lid. The base is inside the main body. And then it took me 10 minutes to open it. But I can successfully say that I figured out how a kettle works. I'm in my new room and it's mostly set up. There's no like pillows or duvets or anything, but I'm not staying here tonight, so that's okay. But I thought I'd show you around, so let's go. This doesn't actually belong in my room, but it's here anyway. Also, these are my toes. Me and a mirror. My door. And it kind of looks like someone's punched it. This is my bed. This is my desk. This is my chair, my whiteboard, my thing, and this thing, and that's my wardrobe. Thank you for coming to my tour. I hope you enjoyed it.
At 8:30 a.m. There is
Why?
no job.
Where's the burger icon? Because I went during my revision.
This microphone is so itty bitty and cute. I don't know how to hold it in a way that you can like see the microphone. But yeah, it is Monday. It is officially exactly 1 week before I go back to uni. So I think it is time to bring out all the things that I actually have to be doing before I go back to lectures. So I need to make my planner. I've been pretty consistently using a bullet journal for the past several years. Yeah, I use a bullet journal pretty much for everything. It's just my favourite way to do it. I find setting up the bullet journal really fun. So yeah, I'm going to be using a bullet journal again this year, except I'm going to be using a binder instead of a notebook, because I don't actually take my bullet journal anywhere with me, because if it's something I need to remember, then I will put it in my phone, so carrying the bullet journal seems unnecessary. So I'm trying out the binder this year. I already used one for summer, but we will see how it fares me for the full year. And I'll probably end up using the same one next year if it goes well, which I hope it does. But yeah, that is one thing. Next, to set up my Notion. Notion is my favourite thing ever. It's so easy to use because I can share my notes between my phone, my iPad and my computer. So if I forget my iPad while going to lectures, then that's okay, but then for revision I have it on my laptop, so I don't have to take my iPad out of my bag, which is nice. And if I forget everything, then I will always have my phone, so at least I can access my notes that way. But yeah, so Notion is next, and then the last is my Google Calendar. I haven't actually been using a Google Calendar for that long, mainly because I've never been interested in, like, I've never had to use a calendar for anything, because my lectures and before that all my lessons at sixth form were always on my Outlook app, and I never had anything else that I needed to have in my calendar apart from birthdays. But now, because I'm doing more things, I've got, I'm applying to things, and I've got videos to plan, podcasts, sneak peek podcasts to record and upload, and all of that sort of stuff. And also because this year I'm not commuting home as much, so then to put in those home visits as well, Google Calendar just seems more efficient, and I like the interface more than the Outlook calendar or the Apple, like the regular calendar you get with your Apple, like your iPhones and your iPads, your Apple products. So yeah, that is the 3 things I have to do. Then tomorrow I'm going Tesco shopping, because I have a lot of dry foods, but I don't have any fresh food. For example, vegetables, fruits, and sort of anything that I forgot to bring from home. So I have those things that I need to take with me. And then editing, my least favourite task in the whole world, because it's so boring and hard, and I hate it. But yeah, so that's that. And then getting ready for my second year at university, because it is different to your first year. Yeah, I have nothing to say. I'm already moved in. I'm enjoying the new house. But yes, that is that.